The Izanami Forge has been found. What's going on, Guardians? My name is TheBlackLink, and the next of the Black Armory Lost Forges is ready to be activated in-game right now. This of course went live with this week's update, and in this video we'll be showing you how you can rekindle the flames of this forge, complete the quest that's tied to it, and get access to the Izanami Forge. And just like with the Govanon Forge, this one's going to be tied to a rather lengthy, to be perfectly honest, rather boring drug-out quest, so I hope you're ready for this one. Let's go ahead and dive on in. This one's going to be a bit longer than the previous quest to unlock the Govanon Forge. It's going to be a 12-step quest that's going to have you doing a bunch of different things. Alright, step 1. You're going to need to get the quest for this forge to drop just like you did with the previous forge. This time around, you're going to need to take down Vex enemies. So, head to Nessus and start taking down Vex wherever you can find them. I would actually recommend heading to the Artifact's Edge. Plenty of Vex spawn in this open world space, and there's a lost sector there titled the Ori that you're going to be using a lot for the next few steps. So head in there, start taking down Vex, and you'll eventually get the Vex transponder to drop. Doing this will officially start off the quest. Once you've gotten this, your next step will be to kill 100 Vex enemies. You can actually just stay right where you are, take out all the enemies in that lost sector, warp back to the Artifact's Edge, jump right back in, and head right back into that lost sector. About 2 to 3 runs of this should get this done for you. So you'll be able to get this step done in no time. Once you've killed those 100 Vex, your next step will be to complete a heroic Spire integration public events to clear the Vex interference. You'll need to do this specifically in the Hollows. So wait for a public event to pop up in the Hollows, make your way over there, and then complete the heroic version of the Spire integration public event. Upon its completion, you should complete this step. On to the next. Once you finish that, your next step will be to defeat 20 Minotaurs on Nessus. These Minotaurs can be found in Artifact's Edge, the Hollows, the Glade of Echoes, or the Watcher's Grave. Now, this can be a little bit difficult because Minotaurs, while they exist on Nessus, are a little bit difficult to round up. Some good ways to do this would be to warp to the Artifact's Edge. If that Minotaur is up on the cliff, take him down, head back into the Ori, and take out the boss. The boss is a Minotaur there, and any level of Minotaur will count. Majors, Ultras, Red Bars, any of them. So once you've cleared out that lost sector again, you can warp back to the Artifact's Edge, see if the Forge Saboteur Minotaur is up, that'll give you an extra one, kill the Minotaur on the top of the hill again, go right back into the lost sector. Also, in the Hollows, there is a Red Bar Minotaur that will spawn in there, and if the Spire integration public event is up, that will spawn several Minotaurs for you to take down. Any way you look at it, this quest step is going to be an absolute drag, especially since other players are going to be in the world space trying to do the same thing that you are. So good luck farming up those Minotaurs. Finishing this will get you the Black Armory signature, showing that the source of the Vex transponder has been located. Your next step will be to head to a new section of Nessus. This section is titled the Tor and can be found from the Hollows, near where you've been doing public events. There will be an activated Vex portal that you'll be able to take, which will take you to the start of this next quest. Once you've accepted it, you'll be thrown into a mission where you're actually defending and getting ready to start the Izanami Forge. Complete that mission and you will receive the broken Izanami Igniter. After this, go back to the tower and pay a visit to Ada 1. She'll identify the item for you and then send you on a quest to fix it. And the next step will have you completing heroic versions of public events across the solar system. You'll need to complete 1 Fallen Glimmer extraction, 1 Hive Witches ritual, and 1 Vex Spire integration once again. Now, the Glimmer extraction and the Spire integration can both be done on Nessus, but you're going to want to head to Titan where you can do the Witches ritual. Go complete the heroic versions of all 3 of those public events and you will have completed this step. On to the next. Now you should have the refurbished Izanami Igniter. Once you do, you'll need to collect components to repower the Igniter. You'll need to get blended ether from Fallen Precision multi-kills, condensed blights from taken blights in lost sectors on Io, and finally a Radiolarian vapor from an investigation on Nessus. The blended ether and condensed blights are easy enough to get, just go kill Fallen anywhere, and for the condensed blights, now, there are of course a number of lost sectors you could use on Io, but I would definitely recommend the Sanctum of Bones. You can just warp over to the Rupture by Ashermere, head into the nearby lost sector itself. Midway through there's a blight, blow that up, you'll get 1 condensed blight, then you teleport back to the Rupture and do it all over again. Once you've gotten enough, your last objective will be to go and complete the investigation on Nessus. This is going to pop up as its own little mission. And the mission itself will have you traveling to the Cistern where you'll be completing a bit of a small jumping puzzle while scanning through some Vex Spires. Overall, this step shouldn't take you too long to complete. But once you have completed it, you will receive the repowered Izanami Igniter. And now, it's time to return to the EDZ, because once you've gotten this far, you'll need to go and use the Rekindle Forge to repower the Izanami Igniter. Basically, you're going to need to complete one round of the Black Armory Forge on the EDZ. So head back to Earth, go and complete this, and you will receive the repaired Izanami Igniter. Congratulations, Guardian, you're almost done. Your next step is to bring it to 801 for inspection. After returning to her, she's going to task you with further repairs for the Izanami Igniter. This is where things are going to get a little bit difficult. You'll need to complete an advanced version of the Insight Terminus strike on Nessus. This is basically going to be a Nightfall version of the strike with Intrinsic Extinguish. Your loadout will be locked, and if your whole fire team happens to die, you will be sent back to orbit to start this over. This can be a little bit frustrating if you're soloing this quest. I would definitely recommend you get a buddy to help you through it. But if you are planning on doing this solo, make sure to take your time clearing all the waves of ads, and maybe bring something along to help you heal a bit. Bump up on recovery mods, maybe run the Crimson or something so you can heal off of enemies, or if you're a Warlock, run something like Devour to keep you healthy. The last thing you want is to get to the boss at the end of this strike, get overwhelmed by Cabal dogs, and burned to death from some random attack. But anyways, once you've completed this special version of the Insight Terminus, you will receive the Cabal component and fully repair the Izanami Igniter. Congratulations, you're just about done. Once that Igniter is fully repaired, your next step is going to be to reignite the Izanami Forge. Head back to the tour on Nessus, and you'll find a new quest waiting for you. This quest is going to be fairly simple. You're basically just here to kill a boss. So when you start it up, you'll need to defend the forge itself, and then a very special Hydra is going to spawn who's got a kind of a different mechanic from some of the other forge bosses. With this boss, you're going to need to manually turn his shield around so you can actually hit him. Basically, you're going to need to hit the shield generator on his side in order to force the shield to spin. Then once it does, you can damage the boss. It seems like the distance that the shield spins is fully tied to the impact of your weapon, so I would just recommend whipping out a sniper rifle, shoot it once, and then you should be able to damage him down. But anyways, once you've defeated this boss, your final step will be to return to 801. And when you do, she'll thank you for reigniting the Izanami Forge and grant you a brand new weapon frame for you to complete. Once you've accepted that, congratulations, you're done, Guardian. You've unlocked the third forge tied to the Black Armory. And man, was this one a drag. That is basically the end of the tutorial, so congratulations, you're finished. But I do have to admit, between this and the quest to unlock the Gophodon Forge, they just feel like an absolute drag. It's just busy work to keep you going. I'm just really not sure if I agree with some of the quest design here, especially when it comes to RNG for the drops. Because of course you have to just kill Vex until you even get the quest to drop for you, and then stuff like with the Minotaurs, the 20 Minotaurs you have to kill. We saw how well that worked with high value targets with the captains, and it's just the same with this one. If there's other people in the world space, they might just be killing Minotaurs before you even get a chance to put a shot in. It just makes it for a bit of a frustrating experience trying to unlock your way into this content. But anyways, those are my thoughts, Guardians. That's how you can unlock the Izanami Forge, and those are some tips to hopefully help you get it done as painlessly as possible. That is going to be it for this one, Guardians. If you enjoyed, or if you have any other tips, be sure to let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But I'm out for now. Now that I've unlocked this stupid thing, I'm actually going to go and play it, see if I can get me some decent weapons. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I am TheBlackLink. You Guardians, stay frosty.